I'd like you to speak to what you think are some of the key top 3 burning issues for you that has really impacted our development as a country.
In Nigeria?
In Nigeria.
I think we can begin with the position of Muhammadu Buhari himself, the president. He has 3 answers. The first one is security, the second is the economy, and the third is corruption. And I think that these 3 critical issues are certainly some of the banes of the Nigerian society, especially in terms of corruption. If, for instance, you want to reflect on what Professor G.S. Kuki said. Professor G.S. Kuki was the chairman of the Political Bureau. So in his report in 1987, he said, and I quote, 20 years ago, meaning that he was referring to 1967. So when he said 20 years ago, in discipline, corruption was identified as the bane of the Nigerian society. So if now we have acknowledged that as far back as 1967, we've been grappling with corruption. 1967 to 2018, then you can know that, look, corruption really is not simply a problem. It has become a virus flowing in the capillaries, you know, in the veins of most Nigerians.
So what does this make of our struggles, our attempts at fighting corruption as a nation? If at 1972, according to you, someone spoke about 20 years ago, fast forward 2018, the president's top 3 agenda for coming into power, you cited corruption, economy, security. We're still talking corruption. And almost at the end of his administration, we are still fighting corruption, and corruption is indeed fighting back. What does this make of our efforts and our struggle as a country?
The answer cannot be far-fetched. The efforts were fruitless.
Our policy is failing.
Yes, of course, it's more than failure. You see, the issue is that when you are fighting, you ask yourself, fighting with what? And then when you say you are fighting corruption, and the Nigerian himself or herself is also the corrupt person you are fighting, is there not a problem there? You see, the issue is that we've been fighting corruption. But what is the manner of the fight? For instance, let us take Muhammadu Buhari's manner of fighting. He is fighting corruption at the top level. He allows the same corruption to be growing from the bottom. It's just like trying to cut off, you know, the branches of a tree, allowing the stem, the root, to grow. Please, corruption at the root level, at the ordinary man, on the streets, is more serious than fighting it at the top. The issue now is that when you cut off the branches, when you fight corruption at the topmost level, and you allow the root, the stem, to be growing, it is already counterproductive.
Prof, at this stage, do we not need a constitutional definition for the word corruption?
Corruption is not the way it has been put in black and white. Let me give you a definition you may not want to like. We talk about political defection, all right? And institutionally, constitutionally, there is provision encouraging this societal indiscipline, this corruption. I'll give you an example. When a politician is a member of the APC in the morning, PDP in the afternoon, SDP in the evening, Then the following morning, he's now recalling, re-strategizing, and wanting to come back. Please, that is an expression of corruption par excellence. Whereas the Constitution already allows for that, to say if your party has a major problem, there's a division, etc., that you can defect. Please, if you are a member of a party and you can freely frolic around, all right, by withdrawing your membership, joining, there was the case of the APC, one member left the APC, he went to join the PDP. And the following day, I say the following day, less than 24 hours, he now thought that, look, there is the need to go back to APC. How do you explain that? That is corruption par excellence. That is what we even call, I don't want to call it...
Found a word.
No, yes, I'm look. You see, the Bible has one word for it. It is, well, I will try to remember. But the issue is that, look, men and women are supposed to be faithful to one another. Integrity
first. Professor, this is a conversation that will continue for it. After the show, we'll take it up, and it's a continuing conversation, absolutely, as Nigeria marks its 58th anniversary. Thank you very much for your time on the show.